Hello guys, and welcome to the final video on Microbit Pomodoro project. We built so far everything that I had in plan for this video series, and now I will just show a simple final touch for the Microbit board and put some guidelines on how you can expand on this project. First, let's go and do our final touch. So we have this on start block, and what I like to do is to put few things like setting the brightness. And let's first go with this one. So brightness, I like to put it as low as 50 because my environment is not very bright, and the default brightness of the LEDs is 255, which is, trust me, it's very bright. This is one setting, and I like the other one, that is to set the volume, because default value is kind of loud, maybe not too much, but I like to lower it down to 80, let's say. And this is, for me, it's actually pleasant, but you can experiment with and put it at your taste. And one final thing that I like to do is I like to use one show string block, and I like to put in here Pomodoro, and this will be a signature for our project. So once you start your board or the simulator, the first thing that happens should be to display the Pomodoro text. And you can see immediately how it is displaying Pomodoro, and the brightness is much lower than it was before. Now that we have completed our Microbit Pomodoro project, we would like to share it, and let's click on this button for sharing on GitHub. Let's say that I like to have name as Microbit Pomodoro, and this is, and we can say project for, or we can, let's rename it to Pomodoro Timer built for Microbit board. I will give it public repository because I would like anybody that can check this out and use the code. Now everything should be in place. When you see this button that looks like arrow pointing up, then it should be ready, and yeah, we can just check it. Like here we see there is master branch, so it all shows like it's properly created. Let's try our Microbit board simulator, and it seems that it works. So it displays Pomodoro. Pressing on button A works, and I think that's fine for now. The easiest way to follow along with the code is, let's say that you are in incognito window, and let's go to make code. I want to show you how you can use this code that I created, that is available on public repository. I will put a link in the description, but you can create a new project, let's say Pomodoro, and you will be presented as with what we started at the beginning of this video series. You don't need to worry about any of this. You can simply go here to settings, and there is extensions, and then you can choose import file. When you're importing a file, you would like to choose the file with the name main.blocks. When you click on this button go ahead, it will populate your workspace with all the code blocks that we created previously. And this can be your starting point for experimenting with this project, and you can expand on it and create something new. For the end, I would like to suggest 3 simple ideas for practicing with Microbit Pomodoro project, so you can create something on your own, but these are my ideas. So the first one is to implement one big break phase that is 15 minutes after 3 regular break phases of 5 minutes. And that is usually how Pomodoro timers are designed. So you have work phase, then short break phase. You repeat that cycle for 3 times, and then after fourth work phase, you have one big break phase that is lasting for 15 minutes. And this should be challenging enough for you to practice with what we built so far. Second idea is to change the brightness of LED based on light level. Microbit board provides you with a light level sensor, so you can inspect what is the surrounding light, what is the intensity of the surrounding light, so you can increase the brightness level of your board. This is if you prefer to carry it outside and then you have more or less sunlight. It can be a useful thing to do. And the third idea is to use both A and B buttons pressed together, and it will be considered as a separate event. It will not trigger presses on button A and button B separately, but it will be a different event. And you can use that one to mute or unmute your audio alerts, because sometimes you don't want that your Microbit Pomodoro to provide any sound. That's all. I hope that you enjoyed this video series, and thank you for staying until the end. I hope that you learned something new and that it was interesting. Thank you, and see you probably in some next video. Bye bye.